it's always at the beginning of the year, find those 5 that are going to be the best guys for that spot, the best guys to gel to make it a good yard. It's not about the guys. It's not about 3 guys or 4 guys. It's about 5 guys. So yeah, that's absolutely a possibility among others.
The idea, looking at this festival, taking perhaps the best tackle duo in the country and having both of them, how much of a consideration is that?
Oh, well, Nick's played left before, so it's not much new for him. So he was right last night, now he's left, but not much new for him. And Thayer is a powerful young man that has the ability to play both of those spots. And the fact that Dawand's coming along so well right now gives us the best opportunity to have Thayer move, if that works out, and give us the best line.
The reason why I went to Enokk is I saw an opportunity. Of course, on the opposite line playing.
Go ahead, Don.
Where they put me at, I can play either or. I can play right side, left side. It really doesn't matter where they put me at. If I'm comfortable at it before the first game, I'm cool. It's really not like a big, huge change for me. It's just gotta play football still. You know what I mean?
Thayer, is that one reason why you decided to possibly make the switch, is to improve your chances at the next level, show your versatility?
100%, because you can, like, some NFL teams might look at me as a guard, some NFL teams might look at me as a tackle. I look at myself as wherever I can play, I can play.
You said this spring that you want to be the best offensive tackle in the country. So if you play guard, does the goal just become being the best guard in the country?
Best guard, best offensive line in the country, and that's still my goal too. That hasn't changed at all.
Dawand, Thayer just told us a story that when he first told you he was coming back, you weren't that excited about it. And he told you basically, come out and show me that you can do this, and I might think about moving to guard. Kind of your perspective on how that played out.
I would say I just had a different mindset. I wasn't the same guy that I am my freshman year. I was for sure lazy, didn't move well, just didn't listen, not showing up on time, just the basic stuff. He just felt like he didn't trust me. I know he didn't. I felt like the whole line didn't. I felt like I let them down too much going through the spring and the summer for the past before. And I was like, I gotta turn on. Like, these guys are believing me and they know I can do it. And I just had to just keep doing it.
When was the day when you said, okay, I don't want to be a project anymore. I want to be a football player, and I'm going to take this seriously? Because it looked like it was so daunting, like it couldn't be done.
I would say after just seeing everybody play, like seeing Harry play, all my other teammates, freshman-wise, and just watching them play freshman year, it kind of encouraged me, just like, I gotta cut it on, I gotta get on the field. And I feel like once I got in that Northwestern game, it just clicked. And then, of course, y'all seen the Maryland game, I got a sack, but that was one of the breaking points to me, I would say. I was like, I can't let that happen ever again. And I was like, I just can't. That's what my grind is now. Never let the quarterback get sacked, honestly. And we treat the quarterback like it's our mom, so we just can't.
So Harry, you obviously played center before, but last year you played guard, and now you're going back to center. Are there things you have to do to kind of like retrain yourself?
Yes. No, especially there's a lot of like neurologically you get grooved into doing a technique, and you get into a left-handed stance and operate like this, and it's like clockwork. And then moving to center, because it was like Michigan State, it was difficult having Josh leaves, and I was having to retrain myself. And I realized, especially like as a freshman playing center, you're in low stress environments because you're playing in a blowout environment, and there's really little consequence, and so there's less stressors. And so it's easier to perform. And then when you get to a high-level environment, a high-stress environment, I realized that there were a lot of technique things I had in the center position that I hadn't made concrete grooved in. And so fortunately I was able to have an entire year now of this offseason to create that lizard brain and to create that muscle memory of performing certain center techniques while in a high-stress environment, because you can't focus on it like you can in a low-stress environment of a blowout game as a freshman. And so there's definitely lots of nuances between the positions, but luckily I've had a year to be able to work and practice and refine things.
Is that humility for you guys that are all coming in here as highly ranked recruits? Everyone wants you all over the country. Is that humility hard to find? I mean, you have to be not knocked down a peg, but you have to realize your new place on the totem pole, right?
Yeah, I think
when we first get here, a lot of us, I wouldn't say for myself, but some people, like you said, we recruit the best of in the country, and just having a lot of the older guys not humble you, but just know where your role is, and know that there's a lot for you to do and grow, and so I'm glad for all the older guys when I came in. They definitely humbled me. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that's definite that that's going to happen. You can stay on the left side or third field guard. How much shuffling has gone on even in 6 days?
There's been a little bit of shuffle here and there. I mean, what I'll say is that we're still trying to look for our best 5. That's always been the mindset whenever we're coming to camps like this. No matter if people started the year before or people coming in that are really highly talented or whatever, it's always about finding our best 5 and finding the best 5 that work. So whatever that means, however long that takes, we're going to go to favor.
Nicholas, is there someone in the group that kind of will lift you guys up if there's a day or a minute or an hour or something that goes by that maybe everybody's not feeling their best and someone is kind of the catalyst and the leader and says, come on guys, we got to pick this up a notch, let's get things going?
Like I said, we have a lot of different personalities, so it all comes with different strokes. I mean, I would say Thayer is really good at making sure that we keep on track and we keep focused when we're on the field and we're practicing and stuff like that. And when it comes to like technique and things like that and making sure we're focused in that department, I think he's really good there. We have a lot of guys that when it comes to film study that make sure that we're on track. I mean, Harry's really good at film study. Luke's also another one that's been really focused on film study and stuff like that. And then there's also guys that just kind of lift us up when it's just like in the little hours that we have where we're just sitting around doing whatever. Guys are just funny to be around, fun to hang out with, and there's just so many different personalities. So like, there's a lot of different areas to that question, but I think every single one of us has contributed somehow, some way to being part of that.
Everybody's got their own personalities, their own unique blend to kind of bring it all together as one, is what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Still this normal full winter, full spring, full summer with Nick, what did that do for you?
Oh, it was incredible. Even the months that I had before COVID, those 2 months were incredible. So I would say he's been working a lot with me with just not only physically, which it's been like that since I first enrolled, but also he's been on me a lot mentally because he wants me to take that next step as a leader. Not just as far as my actions, but me being vocal and being consistent and just the little things that he's been working on to create good habits. So it's been helping me a lot.
Stud was really talking you up, Harris. How do you feel out there? Why do you think you've caught his eye so much during camp so far?
I think my goal in camp is just to go out there and just dominate. And I feel like the coaches know that I play with an edge and I like to finish and I like to try to be the most aggressive guy on the field. And I think that the next step for me this season, which I've had conversation with Coach Stud, is now it's about honing in on the technique and the right steps. So I feel like the finishing and stuff, that's kind of expected with me because that's the standard I've set for myself when I first came in. But now it's about the steps, my hand placement, things like that. I feel like that right now is really what's exciting him and my teammates on the field, is that seeing that growth with me as a technician and not just as an aggressor,
You got a lot of reps last year as a true freshman, especially in big moments. I think you played a lot against Clemson. Pretty huge moments. How much did those reps help you coming into this year?
I would say those reps were crucial just because I feel like mentally now I know going into this season that I know what it feels like to step out there and whether it's the second quarter or the third quarter and just or the fourth quarter and just go out there and play and then just get a feel for like, okay, this is not practice. So in a way, it felt kind of easier in certain ways. I was like, okay, defense, they don't, like I make my call, their defense, they don't know our plays, our calls. So when I make that call, it felt kind of slowed down in a way. So I feel like it was good to get that feel for the first time then versus, this upcoming season.
Stud, when you entertain something like this, I'm sure there are a lot of factors, but how much of it is that Dawand is just coming on in such a way that he is sort of forcing his way into the mix, and how much of it is maybe there's some uncertainty about the other options, maybe at left guard, and that maybe somebody hadn't seized the day there? What's the balance of why you're maybe even thinking about it?
Number one, what you said is Dawand coming on. The guy that's that big and athletic and physical, him coming on, how do you not find a place for that guy? That's the deal. And then I love the other option. I'm telling you right now, I got 10 guys. I think the backups would start in a lot of places, in my opinion. All right, so I'm not in any way, shape, or form disappointed with those guys. But it's like you said, that guy keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. We got to find a way to get this on the field and make this thing work. So how do we do that? And then we go about maybe this and that, and these changes. That might not be the last one. It's one right now that's working. So we'll see.